Greetings, Twitch followers. We are live on the East Coast Greenway on Highway A1A. More or less headed towards Fort Pierce in that direction. And of course on past Miami to Key West, Florida. If the signal holds up, we'll go maybe an hour today. If the batteries and the signals all hold up. I believe we got enough to do it. The big story today is the weather. It's a funny thing, ever since North Carolina, every time it would say it was going to be 40 degrees and the next few days would be colder than that, I'd move another 20, 40, 60 miles further south and then it would never get any colder. And I've done that, followed that line probably 4 or 5 times, 6, 8 times. This time, I think I've actually moved further enough south. I think I'm in the tropical zone now or something, because temperatures last night was only about 60. It's probably up to 70 and it's going to 75 today. And we still got plenty of sunshine. Got a little hazy cloud cover, not too much, so I'm still getting sun for my solar and keeping my bones warm. Chat's open, come on in. It's just a fantastic day. I tell you what, I got camp all loaded up and got ready to pull out and had to decide whether to wear the sweatshirt or the jacket. And of course the answer was neither one. I'm just in the t-shirt. Should have changed into my short breeches instead of long pants, which I will probably maybe do a little bit later today when it becomes convenient. And then surely by tomorrow, I'll be back in shorts. Most folks I'm seeing out here are riding greenways or headed for the beaches, are in their shorts today. It's a tad humid, makes it feel a bit warmer. The beaches are, of course, on my left, but there's a row of houses, as is often typical, and you can't see the beaches from here. This is one of the rare long stretches where my only grocery store was a Publix. Walmart's not even accessible going inland because it'd be too far. And not a McDonald's in sight until tomorrow afternoon. So I had to get my rations at the Publix today. Publix is a nice store. They've got good selection and everything, but they do tend to be expensive. A lot of times they're as much as 50% higher than Walmart. And that's a significant difference. I don't know. I guess a lot of people have plenty of money that's just fine and good. If you live out here on the highway and you have one of these fancy homes, you probably have plenty of money, and that don't make no difference to you. But beats going 20 miles, 25 miles to get discount groceries. Which is what I would do anyway. I'd go once a week or once every 2 weeks, load up. But anyhow, they do have a nice selection. A nice store to shop at. I got me a gourmet chocolate milk this morning. And that was the best chocolate milk I have ever had. It was like drinking chocolate ice cream almost, I tell you what. But nice, it's nice and cold. But got my 27 grams of protein out of that. I guess that'll have to take the place of my McDonald's today. I don't think that really qualifies as red meat. Hamburgers aren't exactly the lean and mean ribeyes, but they do have some of the nutrition you need. Biking in Florida is really a pleasure. You have a good bike lane, whether it's on the road, whether it's on the sidewalk. Almost always good. And it just goes on and on and on and on. Of course, it's flat. But I took a day off yesterday. I was about due for a day off yesterday. That makes it about once a week. But the day before, things were spaced out a little bit differently. As they are in Florida, sometimes you have to go longer distances from camp to camp. But, and that's not in, that isn't making my schedule go well, because I'm still tending to try to push ahead of schedule. So that was one reason to go ahead and take that day off yesterday. I'll probably have to take some extraneous days off, maybe twice a week. Now and next week. Heck, I only got 2 weeks to go, more or less, a little bit. But since I made a reservation to take the ferry out of Key West to Fort Myers, don't want to get there too early. What I need is a benevolent donor to put about $5,000 in into one of my social medias, and then I can get all the hotel rooms and everything. It would kind of smooth all that out. That's the problem when you're going on a limited contingency. I can't afford all that fancy stuff, but I can sure as hell get there. But that's another thing too, is the paths here are fast, so you're always riding at a good clip, and you're always getting somewhere quicker than you expect. So that kind of plays into it. Of course, that's good if you do have to have a long day. If I was up north, back on some of the other greenways that really have a slow pace to them, I'd be hard pressed to get a 40, much less 60-mile day out of it. And now I'm having a hard time not going 40, and could easily go 60. And if I wasn't so close, it would be a temptation just to go ahead and pull the plug, pull out the stops and just get there. But since I've made the reservations, I'm not going to do that. But anyhow, this has never been a trip about hurry up and go. I've always looked at this as not just riding the East Coast Greenway just for the sake of getting there and doing it, but also as a touring. And granted, it's still a whirlwind tour, but I have been able to take some detours and go do some of the things. Here in Florida, though, the tourist attraction is the beach. Now that it's warming up a little bit, heck, I might find me a swimming hole sometime in the next day or two. That's kind of funny too, because for the whole 3,000 mile tour, 2,600 now, whatever it is exactly. Well, given the detours, I'm pushing 3,600 miles, I guess. I only went down into the ocean one time. Of course, I'm not all that big on getting into the water and getting wet like that, but I do enjoy being around the beach. And I have stopped at the beach a few times, but I kind of get my beach fix whenever I'm in one of those places where you can see the beach while you're riding. A real nice spot a few days ago where we stopped. I had a little drop out there. Hopefully the signal's going to hold up for a while. Looks like I've got a strong signal, but sometimes having plenty of bars can be a little bit of a ghost. Which is to say that it looks like a strong signal, but sometimes it's not. One thing you might be interested in too is that when you people lurking in the background get an account and come on into the chat, I'm not trying to read the chat. I'm not using a handheld device in this context. I've got the earbuds and the translator, so when you leave a text in the chat, I get it by audio into my earbuds. So as far as it being a safety issue, this is a perfectly safe way to go about it, because I'm not trying to look down and read it while I'm going along. guess I know what that is. I think that is the sensor on the odometer there. Let's see if I can get that. Yeah, my total odometer is over 3,500 now. And on the grade 25 or 26, as a straight shot goes, there are different paths that would make it more than that. Alternate routes and everything like that. I took alternate routes, like I said. Went out to, even when I was up in Maine, did Scoot Peninsula, they call it. It was a really nice ride. It was worth it. Have some haze, upper level cloud. They want to, it looks like, but the forecast doesn't actually call for it to be open, so we'll keep that in full sunshine today. I was hoping the signal will hold up until we get to a section up here where there's where we're on the intercoastal waterway again, and get a view of that. I think hard to say looking at the maps exactly what it will be when you get there, whatever it is. But this whole stretch is really kind of funny, you know, because you look at the looks like a vulture or some kind of bird there, buzzard, but it looks like it's such a narrow path. It looks like, you know, the whole eastern shore of Florida is gonna a few ways over it. Scale, you gotta look at it. When you get here, you don't not quite concerned with but I guess when they do things like that, but in spite of global warming, which is happening on a faster time scale than the mountains are rising, I guess over enough years, Florida will maybe rise up, not unlike the mountains of Appalachia. Of course, that's a millions upon hundreds of millions of years proposition, and I'm not a tectonics plate expert, so maybe it's not even laid out that way, but it looks like it's that kind of thing. This one just didn't get pushed up quite as far. At least not yet. I guess global warming is going to be far paced ahead of that. Miami's liable to be in a generation or which would also mean probably a lot of this would be. Poignant reminder of that section where A1A actually did get washed out due to beach erosion. They had to reroute it inward, a little bit inland in that one area. Get a view on 8, but it still may be on the other side of all the scruff here, for a water it's got areas after a few days soak in whatever. Long way for it. About 100 miles back on the way into Titusville. East Central Rail Trail is what that was literally, and a little ways. Real nice trail ride. It's a nice break too, being highway. A lot more people had trains. I thought they back home actually, the egrets that come through that area are ahead. Bridge was very much I'm losing signal, getting a lot of dropout now. We may not make it that. So we're going by there. Pick it back up. I'm going to go ahead and go over the bridge before I officially shut it down. How about that? This is not a wonderful bridge for a bicycle. Very narrow shoulder there, very narrow apron. And an incline. Oh, got porpoises. Let's see if I can get the camera down here. Looks like that, I don't know what kind of large long-legged bird that is. There he goes. Looks like he was chasing the porpoise. I guess that's what that is. There he is. I'm gonna shut it down here because I'm gonna get the still camera. It's been Jim Porter Casey. I'm on the East Coast Greenway going from the Canadian border to Key West, Florida. Y'all come join me. I'll be going live for the next few days every so often. And we'll be in Key West in a couple of weeks. Y'all have a good day.